Oke, Arman, sudah siap, bisa dibuka.
Oke, ya. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin. Wassalatu wassalamu ala asyrafil anbiya'i wal mursalin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Asyhadu an la ilaha illallah wa asyhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluh la nabiyya ba'dah. Rabbi syrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatan min lisani yafqahu qawli. First of all, let's praise Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, the most gracious, the most merciful, the creator and sustainer of the universe. Peace be upon Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, the last messenger of Allah, who has guided us from the destruction into the world full of light and guidance. Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to our weekly MSTV English Speaking Club Zoom meeting. My name is Arman, and it is an awesome and precious chance for me to be your master of ceremony this evening on Thursday, 25th of November, the year of 2021. Our agenda this evening welcoming speech by Udaroni Yuzirman, the chairman of MSTV. And after that, there will be presentation by Dr. Indra Muis, SSMM, and I will tell you a bit about him later on. And after that, closing speech by Uda Helmi Rustam. All right. On the next agenda is welcoming speech by Uda Roni Yuzirman, the chairman of MSTV. And Udaroni, I'll give you a chance. The time is yours. Please take your time.
Okay. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Thank you, Arman, for your welcoming. And Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Good evening, everybody. And thank you for
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Especially for Dr. Indra Muis. Indra Muis, thank you very much for your kind attention for us, for your time with us, and I hope this is a good chance for us to learn and to get to know about you more and later on. And I'm curious that you in your position is not an easy effort to get this position. I want to know and to learn how you get to this position. And as you know, as I told you before, that this is one of our program, MSTV program called MSTV English Speaking Club. Actually, MSTV or Mage Sondo TV is a community service TV for our community in Nagari Mage. We are all from Nagari Mage in Agam Bukit Tinggi. And as one of the program, English Speaking Club has around about 4 months, ya, udah Helmi ya, 4 months. And we have about 100 members in our WA group, and we have a weekly meeting like this every week in Zoom meeting and live streaming on YouTube channel. And beside English Speaking Club, we have also another program like Tilawah, Tahsin, and also we have program about entrepreneurship, education, and also about health and culture. Last night we have a culture program with Mak Kati. As you know, Mak Kati is a well-known culture expert in West Sumatra. Tomorrow we have a discussion about toll road in West Sumatra, whether it will be a good or not for our province. It will be a nice thing. discussion tomorrow. Almost every day we have live streaming, at least 1 or 2 sessions every day in the evening and the afternoon. And today, as one of our English speaking club, we have you, and I hope you will enjoy our session this evening, and we want to know more about you. And as we pick our one of our Minang philosophy, alam takambang jadi guru. It's become our slogan to become a lifelong learner through this MSTV channel. And today we have you here, and without any more from me, and I think next this time is yours. And from me, thank you very much, and you are very welcome in this community. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi
wabarakatuh. Kak, suaranya.
Thank you very much, Daroni, for delivering opening speech. And I would like to say congratulations for 1-year anniversary of MSTV. And Daroni, as the founder and chairman of MSTV, we like to give congratulations for that.
Thank you, Arman.
Right. Now, step on the next agenda is there will be presentation by Dr. Indra and Muis, SF, SS, MM, with the topic preparing young generation to face the global world with qualified skill and entrepreneurship. As I told you before, I like to tell you a bit about him. And he is a rector of Dina Insani University in Bekasi. His specialization is strategic marketing and leadership. And his education background graduated from Bung Hatta University in 1996. And after that, mastering management at Institute Business Nusantara Jakarta in 2006, and finally completing his doctoral program in management science and at Pasundan University Bandung in 2019. Right, that's a bit about Dr. Indra Muis, SF's MM. Now I'll give a chance for Dr. Indra Muis to deliver presentation. And please, Dr. Indra, the time is yours. Take your time.
Thank you, Mr. Arman. Can you give me share screen, please?
Okay.
Ronnie,
wait, Ronnie.
Oh, Mr. Ronnie. Oh, okay.
Yeah, Ronnie. Ronnie, can you make me to become a co-host, please? Okay, wait for a minute, Pak Indra. I'll share the screen.
Okay. Now, let me just share my screen myself.
Okay. Okay, is it okay? Take a time.
Right. Okay, thank you, Mr. Arman. Thank you, Mr. Ronnie, Mr. Bobo, and Mr. Helmi, and also Ibu
Irmawati.
Irmawati. Okay. Let me First of all, please allow me to comment this occasion by saying that it is a great honor for me to be here in this community of English Speaking Club. It is an honor for me to say my thoughts, share my ideas with you all, and hope that we can find some benefits in having these activities. The title of my presentation is Prepare Young Generation Well with Effective Skills. So I just made a correction a few just to make it on track. Then we are going to discuss about soft skill and hard skill that a young generation may need later in the future. Okay, let me share my first slides. So based on the employers that we are interviewed before, we can find some skills that is very important in the industry. The first skill is communication. So if you ask me what kind of skill young generation is important to have, the first answer is communication. And the other thing is thinking skills. The young generation are supposed to be able to differentiate or compare things and also analyze these things and any activity of thinking, like try to break down the structure and try to explain every element in the structure. So we call it thinking skills. Then scholarship. So probably you find the meaning of scholarship is have something to do with money to pay the school fee given by government or third party. But actually scholarship is not only that. Scholarship, we can interpret scholarship as knowledge. So young generation are supposed to have widened knowledge, widened horizon. So they have to experience a lot of things in their life. They have to read. So they can widen their perspective, widen their knowledge, widen their wisdom. So we call it scholarship. And then we talk about leadership and teamwork. The young generation are supposed to have leadership and teamwork skills. There are a lot of things that we are going to achieve, that we are supposed to achieve in the future. Then it needs teamwork. So if we just only one, then probably we can get only 10. But when we get together and make a synergy, then we can get more than 10. We can probably get 100 or even 1,000. And also effective leadership can drive people to get the same goals, the big ones. Yeah. And then the other things that the young generation are supposed to have is adaptability, or we call it agility. So when we can adapt with a new environment, or we can agile with the changes that happen around us, because change is a common thing. Change is a natural thing to happen. Then the changes will bring impact to our inner to our internal activity. So we are supposed to adapt with the changes. We are supposed to be agile in any changes that can bring a bad impact to our internal activities. Then the other thing is global citizen. We are supposed to understand fully about this because we are a part of a global citizen. Then when we are in the global citizen, we are supposed to be exclusive, not inclusive. We are supposed to be open-minded. We are supposed to honor other beliefs that might be different from us. So in this case, we try to understand other belief and we try to live in plurality. And the last things that the young generation are supposed to have is enterprising skills. So we are not supposed to be employees all the time. We are supposed to change our orientation from job seeker to be job creator. And in time, God bless, we can be an investor. So in this case, young generation are supposed to have enterprising skills. So this is my first slide. Actually, I have 16 slides altogether, but we can discuss about this bit by bit. Then in this slide, I'm going to share with you about the differences between hard skills and soft skills. So we believe that hard skills and soft skills are very important in order to get ahead in life, especially in our career, in our business. So young generation are supposed to drill themselves to have hard skills and soft skills. So what is hard skills? What is soft skills? In this case, hard skills is such a thing that we can learn from teachings. So like math, computer, science, reading, writing, speaking, and something like that. And also like typing, welding, and nursing. Something that we can teach to people and the people will learn it from us and the people get what we call it hard skill. Now, what about soft skills? Soft skill is something that we cannot see the skills, but they are deep insights, like personality-driven skills, ethic, get along well with others, listening, active listening, and engaging in small talk. It's all about soft skills. What I mean by listening here, sometimes we are not supposed to talk and talk and talk all the time, but sometimes we need to listen to people. Then once in a while, we also engage in small talk. Now, I write here, hard skill and soft skills are equally important in preparing for college and career. So as you can see that equally is in red. So that means actually I invite you to discuss with me. Anyone here, Mr. Bobo, Mr. Ronnie, Mr. Arman, Mr. Helmi, please, do you agree with this or not?
Well,
I agree.
Indra,
yes,
I do agree about this statement among how about hard skill and soft skill should be balanced each other. So I do agree about that.
Okay. Right. Probably one more opinions from the other. Maybe Mr. Ronnie, Mr. Bobo, Mr. Arman, please.
Yes, I do agree with you. I think, but today more and more people have to improve their soft skill actually.
That's my point. Actually, in other literature, in other book, they say something like this: hard skills is only 20% that guarantee someone success in their career, in their life. But soft skills are 80%. For instance, is it okay that you are good at everything? You are good at computer, you are good at talking to people, you are good at explaining something, you are good at anything in hard skills. But when you say something, then people feel sad after hearing your statement, or people feel hurt after hearing your statement. So probably you are not creating harmony in your organization. So in this case, soft skill is very important. And hard skills just need a short time to get it. We can learn something in 2 months and 3 months, and we can get it. But soft skills are different. It's a habit. So it takes more time to encourage ourselves, to drill ourselves in order to have soft skills. So that's why people say that hard skills are only 20% guarantee that you are going to succeed in your work, but soft skill 80%. So that's my point. Right.
Pak Indra?
Yes.
May I have a question about hard skill or soft skill, please?
Of course, of course.
Yeah. This is a simple question, I think. How to make them, how to make both of the skill balance or equal each other, Pak Indra? I need your suggestion. Thank you.
Okay. So what I mean by balance here is that the young generation are supposed to have both hard skills and soft skills. Yep. That's what we call balance. Yep. So if we just only have soft skills, so it is not enough. It is not enough. Yep. To take or to face the challenges in our life. It is not enough to create changes in our environment if we just have only soft skills, but we need also hard skills. So that's right. Probably what the meaning of balance here is that we are supposed to have both hard skills and soft skills. Thank you, Mr. Helmi. Now let me proceed. Okay, so in this occasion, I would like to share with you 5 reasons why fresh graduates don't get hired. So they graduate with a great score, good academic score, but they don't get hired. The first reason is the top one, 68%, asking for unrealistic salary and asking for unrealistic benefits. They want to have more and more and more and more. Yeah. But they don't do the job yet. But they ask the employer, I want this, I want this, I want this. I want my salary 20 million or something like that. Yep. They are fresh graduates. Then the other one is poor command of the English language. The majority of our fresh graduate cannot speak English well. Yep. So, and then choosy about the job or the company, picky, choosy. They just want to work in a very big company and offer lucrative position. Yeah. But as we know that they don't have experiences yet. So that's what makes the fresh graduates don't get hired. Yep. Then after that, poor communication skills. Wow. they cannot communicate well with the older, the co-workers, and also the subordinates. Sometimes they talk to the boss exactly like they talk to the subordinates. They talk to the co-workers in the same level, just like they talk to their subordinates. So we call it poor communication skills. And the other one is poor character, poor attitude, and poor personality. So they have problem with positive mental attitude. So it's very important one. So these are 5 reasons why fresh graduates don't get hired. Right. Now, how do we get hired easily? Let me share with you 4 things. The first one is probably in university as a student, they have a leadership position before. Probably in their community, they join with the organization, then they drill themselves to be a great leader. Or probably in other company, they work with a great boss, then they model the boss. They role model the boss. Then they have a natural leadership concept in their mind. Then in that condition, they have a lot of information and science and knowledge about leadership itself. So it will bring about advantage for them when they find a job. Then we cannot deny that a high academic score will be an advantage. When the human resources manager see the academic scores and the academic scores are good, then it will make them interested to call and to hire. And then the students or the graduate used to involve in extracurricular activities like clubs, sports, and something else. And also the activity of volunteer work in social project activities. So when they come to the people, to the society, and try to create some program that that deal with the social activity, so they can improve themselves in getting along with people, communicate assertively with people. So it's a good things to do for the fresh graduates. So absolutely that if they have this kind of things, the 4 things, it will be easy for them to find a job. Right. So we have what we call it holistic graduates integrated cumulative grade point average. So we are supposed to be improved in these elements. The graduates are supposed to have entrepreneurial skills. So they're supposed to have not only in 1 score, but they're supposed to improve it to the highest, probably until 4 score. In this case, the majority of the fresh graduates are not really trained in their entrepreneurship. So it's a dangerous thing, I think, for our young generation, because they don't have entrepreneurship. So they're just things that after graduate, they work, then they become an employee, and for the rest of their life until they get retired, then they forget to build their business kingdom. Because we need right now young people who have entrepreneurship orientation. Because if we have 20% of our population in Indonesia are entrepreneurs, then we can make our economic growth much, much higher and much, much better. Right. And then knowledge. The first graduate are supposed to have a good knowledge and also practical skill and also social skill and responsibility, ethnic and values, communication, problem solving, and information management. Unfortunately, the lowest one is entrepreneurship. But we still have something to improve here, like communication is in 2 score here. The color is the orange one. So I'm sure absolutely that we need to improve communication skill of our graduate. And also social skills and responsibility. We need also to improve about this. But the most important thing that we have to improve is entrepreneurship, because university are not really serious in making their graduates entrepreneurial. So this is my point. Right. And then I'm trying to focus my discussion about soft skills for success. We have 7 here altogether. The young generation have to have these soft skills for success. The first one is strong work ethic, positive mental attitude, good communication skills, time management, acting as a team player, flexibility or adaptability, and self-confidence. Self-confidence. So let me discuss one by one. Start from strong work ethic. So the first question that we are going to ask to ourselves to declare that we have a strong work ethic is, am I motivated and dedicated to get a job done, no matter how horrible it may seem? Then the other question is, will I work hard, always doing my best? So if the answer is yes, so that means we have a strong work ethic. You just ask ourselves. So when we try to find out whether the young generation have a strong work ethic, the question is like this. Are you motivated and dedicated to getting the job done, no matter how horrible it may seem? If they say yes, absolutely, that means the young generation that says something like that has a strong work ethic. And also, will you work hard, always doing your best? If you say yes, that means they have strong work ethic. That's point number 1. And point number 2 is positive mental attitude. As you can see here, I quote Winston Churchill. He said, attitude is a little things, but makes a big difference. So try to be very careful with your attitude, because probably you just treat people in a simple way, but it will impact a big difference. Like when you say something good about a person, when they do something good, and then you say something good also. You can see that they behave, help people, do something good, and then you say, oh, you are very good. Hope that you can do this all the time, and I'm sure absolutely that you can be the successful person. Then this small thing that you do, but probably you can inspire him or her to be a really successful person in the future. So attitude is a little thing that makes a big difference. So how do we know that we have a positive mental attitude? When we ask ourselves, am I optimistic and upbeat? Upbeat means a lively, cheerful, pleasant personality. Now, when we ask ourselves, am I optimistic and upbeat in everyday life? Then we say yes. That means we have a positive mental attitude. Or we just ask ourselves, do I generate good energy and get along well with the people around me? Then we say, yes, I generate good energy and get along well with people around me. Then that means we have a positive mental attitude. So this is the way how to find out whether someone has already got positive mental attitude or not. And then good communication skill. So how well one articulates what they speak or what they write, and being a good listener. When you are with people, you are not only talk. Sometimes you're supposed to listen to them. Just nodding your head like this can help people, because sometimes people really need to be heard. Then understanding the other person, and also has something to do with the body language, our mimics, our facial expression. So that indicates that we have a good communication skills. Now, probably I invite one or two opinion about this. So these are 4 things to find out whether someone has a good communication skill or not. Then probably I need 1 or 2 comments, maybe from Mr. Arman, Mr. Bobo, or Ibu Irma, please. Do you agree with me that being a good listener is a good communicator? That's the question.
Yes, I do agree with you, Pak Indra. As you said that being a good listener is a good, it is a kind of good communication skill. Yes, I do agree with that. And
so active listening is part of good communication skill, right?
Right.
Yeah, yes, that's right.
Okay. What is your opinion about this, Mr. Bobo?
Well, thank you so much for asking. I think I'm totally agree with you. So usually the good listener says,
Okay.
If you want to be a good communication skills, you have to listen to someone, and you have to have a very good body language. It's very important. And you have to understand other persons as well. Well, listening is come under to understand other persons.
Okay.
And you have to well articulate the way you speak or write. Yeah, those 4 things are very important in communication skills.
Thank you, Mr. Bobo. So just like when you talk to your wife, then you don't give her a chance to speak by talking a lot of things. You torture her with the talk, then you're not a good communicator. Or
Exactly.
when your wife says something to you, then you don't listen. You're probably busy with your handset, with your mobile phone. So you're not a good communicator. And even when you just play like a statue, your wife is talking to you, then you just, without giving body language, to say that you are serious in listening to her, probably by nodding your head, by seeing seriously. So this is a part of good communication.
Giving attention.
Yes, that's right. We are supposed to give attention by showing our body language to her or him. Right. And then the next one, okay, now time management. So young people are supposed to know which one should be prioritized. So there are a lot of things to do, but there must be something urgent and something important. So all we have to do is that try to prioritize our activities. So we have to know exactly which one is the most important and urgent. So that's the thing that we are supposed to do first as our priority. Then you just ask yourself, are you wise enough when you spend your time, use your time? Are you wise enough? So in this case, young people are very, very common, to play games in their handsets and to play around. So they are supposed to use their time efficiently. So in this case, when they do that, they don't have time management skill. So then acting as a team player. So how well do you work in groups and teams? Do I have a preference? So what do I mean by do I have a preference? Sometimes we are in the condition that we just work with these people, but we don't work with those people. So we have a preference, like and dislike. Oh, I don't work together with him, but I like to work together with this one. So if you have a preference, that means you are not acting as a team player. So in the spirit of teamwork, we are not supposed to make people different. We are ready to work hand in hand with any type of person in our team. And then we ask also a question, how important is this to my career choice? So if you think that team player is very important to guarantee a success in your career, then that means you are a person who likes acting as a team player. Right. Then flexibility and adaptability. So please ask yourself, do you open to the new ideas? How do you see changes? Probably I invite some or two comments about this. How do you see changes in your life, in your work, in your everyday life? Can anyone share with me?
Yeah.
What is change?
Indra.
Mr. Helmi.
Yes? Yeah, I do agree with your statement. So in my opinion, yeah, I have to open my mindset. I mean, I have to open my mind. So I have to leave my comfort zone. So this is about my opinion about the changes. Yeah, that's it, Mr. Indra.
Okay, so probably any other can say something about this, about change. We are supposed to deal with change. We're supposed to embrace change. We're supposed to what? To face change, because change is a natural thing to do.
Yep.
There is no an everlasting things in this world. So change sometimes bring an impact to our life. So if we go against change, probably the change will kill us, because we are not ready to adapt ourselves. Now here,
I agree with you.
In number 3, we have adapt to new situation. So today is different from yesterday. Tomorrow is different from now. So new things, new situation happens very fast. So time flies like an arrow, so fast. And then time will bring new situation every day, every night and day. We are dealing with a new situation. We don't use this Zoom before, but now we have it. So we have to adapt. We have to learn with the new situation that we encounter. And then consider the alternative. Then the most important thing is willing to learn new things. We are supposed to be willing to learn new things. And please enjoy yourself, grow personally and professionally. So this is what I mean by flexibility and adaptability. So when you are adaptable, or when you are agile, then you are ready to face the world. So that's my point. Then the last one is about self-confidence. Just believe in yourself, trust in every decision you make, trust in your abilities, and trust in your friend, your network. Then your network, your abilities, your judgment or decision will work well for you, will guarantee a success for you. So that's my point in self-confidence. And the last point is have courage to ask questions and contribute ideas. When you have an idea, you just raise your hand and speak up. When you don't know about something, then raise your hand and ask question. That shows that you are confident. And when you are confident, and whatever you do will be beautiful, will be well created. So when you are not confident, you are very, very near with a failure in any activity that you are doing. So these are my sharing. I think it's time for us to have a question and answer session. And I will give to Mr. Arman for a question and answer time. Please, right. Mr. Arman. Thank you.
Right. Thank you very much, Pak Indra, for the presentation. That was very good. We learned so much from your presentation. For me, it's kind of a high class lesson for me. Right. Let's open this event to the discussion session ya. Udah Helmi? maybe from the presentation, anybody would like to ask Pak Indra about anything?
About anything, yeah, about anything, please.
Especially, I think he talked about entrepreneurship and skill. I think I'd like to ask you something, Dr Indra, before.
Hello, Arman.
Yeah, as you said before, something before about entrepreneurship oriented, about from the fresh graduate student from university. They often they are confused about what to do next, and so there are two kind of student when they graduate from university and college, like that. One is entrepreneurs. They have some entrepreneurship oriented, and the other one, I think it could be working oriented. Am I right or about that? Or
okay, thank you, Mr. Aman, for the question. So usually,
actually, my question is about entrepreneurship oriented. Do we have some kind of skill to build about that?
Okay, okay. In this occasion, I would like to share with you about cash flow quadrant created by Robert T. Kiyosaki.
Oh,
so we have 4 quadrants. The first quadrant is when we are young, we find employment. We try to work in a very small business. No need to be in a very big business. But our mission when we are in the first quadrant, being as an employed, is to learn the business, A to Z about business. But when we think that we have already known the business process from A to Z, we know about how to produce the product, how to deliver the service, how to get the supplier, and how to sell the product, the network. We have already known comprehensively about it. It's time for us to move to another quadrant.
Yeah.
Then the quadrant is, we call it self-employed. What I mean by self-employed, you try to imitate the business process that you just learned when you work in a company. Then you can also role model your boss and try to find a good boss. That's the first things that you are supposed to do. And after that, you imitate, you copy the way that you do before when you work. Then you can start your very simple and small business, but try to make it efficient because you don't have much money to do it. That you can make it in a home industry scale. You just use your home to run your business. Everything you do yourself. You don't need to be you don't need to have security. You don't need to have a cleaning service officer or janitor. You just do yourself. You clean yourself. You don't need a marketer. You can use yourself. You can market your product yourself. Just the way to make it efficient. Then when you think that you are ready to move to the next quadrant, we call it business owner. In this case, you try to develop your business to be a little bit bigger than it used to be. You are the boss. You have the men that help you. You pay for them. Your service and product spread all over the place, a little bit larger than it used to be. So you try to make it from 1 to 2, from 2 to 3, from 3 to 5, until you can cover Indonesia with your business. So when you think that you are ready to move to the next step, the 4th quadrant, and we call it investor, you just believe in young people to help and to replace you, to replace your position. It's time for them to work with your money, and you just coach them, train them, then do such a kind of profit sharing with them. And then in that case, you are becoming an investor. So the first quadrant, you are employed by people, you are hired by people as an employee. Then when you are ready, you copy, make your small business as a self-employed. Then when you think you are ready to create a bigger one, then you move to the third quadrant, become a business owner. And then after that, you become an investor. So
Right.
that's the thing that you're supposed to do.
Yeah. In entrepreneurship, we have some kind of, it's called ATM technique, amati, tiru, dan modifikasi. It is something like when we have some business experience with one boss, for example, then we can copy what the good thing about our boss. Then we do it ourselves, but we have to add value that from ourselves to make it better and bigger. Is that what you mean, Pak Indra?
I agree with that. That's my point, actually. So we call it, when we have a good boss and try to learn leadership from him, then we copy and we make it role model. In time, when we run our own business, we can implement it. We can copy it. That's the point. And also the business process, we call it ATM, amati, tiru, modifikasi. So we can copy exactly as it is. That's the things that I share with you, Mr. Arman. I agree with your point. I think Mr. Helmi is also asking question.
Okay, thank you, Pak Indra. I want to know about a strong ethic. Based on your explanation before that, strong ethic. So my question is, how to create or build a strong ethic in our environment, such as in our office and our community organization or our school? I need your explanation, Pak Indra. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for the question, Mr. Helmi. So we have to know that people can be categorized with two characters. The first one is the one who will work better, much better, when they are told to do so. When if they don't do it, then they will be punished. So some other people work well when they give incentive. So in management, we call it reward and punishment.
Punishment, right.
So it's because people can be categorized with two categories. The first category is X and the other category is Y. So X people usually will do something much better when they see stick. Okay, but the Y people, they do something good when they see carrot. So in management, we call it stick and carrot. And in religion terminology, we can say it heaven and hell. So people will work, will pray, will do something good because they are dreaming about getting to be in heaven.
That's right.
But other people doing the worship and then do something good because they are afraid of hell. So in religion, we call it heaven and hell. In management, we call it reward and punishment. And in analogy, we call it stick and carrot.
Stick
So
and
the horse, when they see stick, they will run fast because they don't like to be beaten. But the donkey, they will run fast because they want to run after the carrot exactly
in front of
them. They try to find and to get to eat the carrot.
Yeah.
So how to make people are disciplined and have a morality, good morality, is by implementing the reward and punishment concept in your organization.
Yeah,
that's my question. That's my answer. Thank you.
Thank you, Pak Indra. Wow, it's a good explanation from you. Thank you.
Any more?
Right. Maybe some any question from other participant? Maybe from Uda Roni. Uda Roni,
I would like to say thank you very much for your explanation, Pak Indra. And I suddenly send the link to my my son and my nephew, because the material is very good for them. And my question is,
very heavy though.
Yeah, how can I inspire them to do like what you said with your model in with their age? Yeah, actually my son is in a pre-teen. How do you think about that?
Okay, thank you, Mr. Rani. So I just want you to give a trick to build a rapport or to make a good relationship with anyone, not only with your son and daughter, your family and other people. So we are supposed to be good at building rapport with someone. So for the first time, we try to do, we call it pacing. So we try to make it similar. The way we move our hand, the way we see it, we try to make it similar with them.
Okay.
When they do like this, you do like this, I also do like this. Okay. when you do, then we call it pacing. So when we are in the same movement with him or her, then also so we are in the same thought also. Our mind directly connected with them.
Yeah.
And then when we are sure that we are already connected with them by doing the similarity in our movement, in and also in our words, the way we talk,
yeah,
the intonation also, try to make it similar. If they speak soft, then we are also speak soft. When they speak loud, then we also speak loud. Try to make it similar. Then when we are sure that we are already connected with them, then we can lead them. We can inspire them.
Wow.
We can tell them what to do. Then they will follow us.
Good idea.
Thank you,
so
Pak Indra.
You can learn about that in NLP.
Yeah,
linguistic programming.
Can we use SWOT analysis to build up this kind of skill, Pak Indra?
Yes, can you repeat, please, Mr. Arman?
Can we use
SWOT analysis
to build up this kind of skill? Can we use SWOT analysis?
Yeah, SWOT analysis
is
very important for our organization in order to formulate some program in the future. So the program that we are going to run is not directly created without reason, but we plan our program with a great foundation. We try to find our weakness, we try to find our strength, then we try to see our opportunity, and we try to see our threat. And then from analyzing our weakness, then the opportunity, yeah, we try to strengthen ourselves, our weakness to be improved. Then in order to get the opportunity, then there will be a program. Our program is, for instance, training to make ourselves be able to make ourselves able to get the opportunity. So probably our weakness is we cannot speak English well. And then the opportunity is that there is a job opportunity outside. And then the program that we are going to do is to empower ourselves in English, like learning English in courses, and also join this event is things that we are going to do. So the same thing that we have a strength in doing something, then we have a threat here. We think that our strength is that we have enough money. That's our strength, enough money. Then the threat is if we don't encourage ourselves to learn something new, then our career will be stopped, will be blocked. Then the program is we try to continue our study with our money. So that's the importance of soft skill in formulating some program for our future and for the future of our organization. That's my answer, Mr. Arman. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Pak Indra. Maybe any other question from other participants? Let's see what we got here.
Arman, can you give me?
Uni Irna.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, thank you very much, Arman. Sorry, Mr. Indra, I want to ask you about the related with the nowadays condition. I want to ask you about how to build the communication ability and self-confidence for our young generation in this nowadays condition. Because in this condition, they can't go to any person, they can't go to schools, they can't go to their college. And actually, when they go to school, when they go to the college, it's the time for them to build the communication ability with the other person. But in right now condition, it is almost 2 years right now condition. Our young generation can do that. How do you think about this? How to build their communication? Will this condition influence for their ability in communication and other and self confidence and other?
Thank you, Bu Irma, for the question. Probably you may have already heard about when you tell me, I will forget. When you tell me, I will forget.
Yeah.
When you show me, I will know. But when you involve me, I will understand. So we are not supposed only to tell, but also to show them. We are not supposed only to show them, we are supposed to make them get involved in activities. So that's the way how to make people competent. Why? Because there are two kinds of people, three kinds of people. The first group of people are the one who audio dominant, the one who have audio dominance.
Audio. Yep.
Yeah, they learn everything by using their ears. Usually the smart one, usually the clever one. They just listen to the teacher. The teacher just talk and talk and talk. Then they will make an imaginary concept in their mind. Then they will understand. But unfortunately, this group of people are only probably 10%. Not so many. Not so many. Only 10%. Then the other group of people is rely on their eyes. Rely on we call it visual dominance. Visual dominance. So if you don't show them, probably they will see something else. They probably will see activities outside the window. Probably will see their book, the picture in their book, their phone. They will forget about you when you talk to them, when you explain to them the lesson. Why? Because they are visual dominant. They rely on their eyes to learn, to understand. And the third one is kinesthetic dominant. They like to be mobile. They cannot sit well like this. You just ask them sit well, then they will do something like this, because that's they are. That's the way they learn. So to deal with these people, you have to involve them in an activity that has something to do with the lesson. So I recommend you, in order to create an effective learning outcome, try to mix. Sometimes you talk, and then you show them, and then you involve them in the activities. So I'm sure absolutely you're going to be a great teacher that make your students capable or competent.
Okay,
that's the point.
Okay.
So from now on, you just learn how to create a digital lesson content by using video, by using picture, because picture means a lot of things. Picture speaks thousands words, one picture. So you can show them and make them interact with your teaching aids. That's the things that I can share. Thank you.
Right. Thank you, Pak Indra. And maybe any other question from other participants?
Arman?
Oh, yes, Uda Helmi.
Please give time to Nya Datu Samya or Uni Delvia. You may ask them. Maybe some of them will ask a question to Pak Indra.
Yeah, so we got here also Inya Dato Samya. Inya Dato Samya, have you got any question? It can be asked.
Uni Delvia, maybe,
yeah.
Arman?
Or maybe Uni Delvia Tanjung.
Yep.
Uni Delvia Tanjung Sari.
Arman, actually, I have one last question to Pak Indra. So I give time to everyone to ask first.
Okay. 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 Please, Uda Helmi, take your time.
Okay. Pak Indra, this is my last question based on your explanation. I want to ask about a positive mental attitude. So my question is, can we say that mental positive attitude is the same with growth mindset? I need your explanation, Mr. Indra. Thank you.
Positive mental attitude. Is it the same with what, Mr. Helmi? I cannot hear you clearly.
Is the same with growth mindset?
Growth mindset. This is the first time for me to know about growth mindset. Can you explain to me?
Yeah, one of the indicator from growth mindset is they are ready to find a new challenge in their life. Yeah, want to know something new. Yeah, this is one of the indicator. Yeah.
What I mean by positive mental attitude is coming from your mind.
Yep.
When you see something from your senses,
yep.
Then you can perceive, you can think positive about it. Okay.
Yep.
And then after that, when you think positive about it, then you feel also positive in your heart.
Oh, I see.
Okay. Then you make a self-talk. You make a self-talk. Your self-talk is positive also. Oh, I'm very grateful. Oh, I'm very happy about this.
Oh, I see.
The way you make a self-talk is something positive. Then your self-talk will drive your behavior. Your behavior will be positive. The way you talk to people, the way you behave to people, make them comfortable with you.
Okay.
Why? Because you think something positive, then you feel positive, then your self-talk positive, and your behavior will be positive. And in the end, your destiny will be also positive.
Wow. I do agree about that.
Yep. So it's going to be different when you think something negative. Whatever you see, then, that's not good.
This is a bad thing. Okay.
Yeah, that's a bad thing. No need to take part in English conversation, in English club. No need. Waste time.
Yep.
Then you perceive something negative.
Negatively.
Then you feel everything about it negative. Then your self-talk, useless. There's nothing. Then your behavior, you are not going to deal with any activities of English speaking.
Yep.
Then your destiny becomes a person who cannot speak English. Why? Because in your mind, speaking English is negative. Your feel speaking English is negative. Your self-talk is negative, and also your behavior. When your English teacher come to you and then you go away. When your friend asks you to speak English, you mock them. You refuse it. Your destiny is become people who cannot speak English for the rest of your life.
Okay. Wow. Amazing answer, Pak Indra. Thank you very much for your clear and amazing explanation. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, Mr. Helmi.
Right. I think what time is it?
Okay, wait. Yep. Yeah. Maybe we can end our meeting agenda tonight, Arman. You may continue with the next one.
All right. Thank you very much, Pak Indra, for the presentation. That was a really great presentation, and we learned so much from that. And hope that market people will get benefit also from watching this the video at MSTV channels. And step on the next agenda is closing speech. that will be delivered by Uda Helmi. So I'll give the chance for Uda Helmi. Uda Helmi, the time is yours. Take your time.
Hello, Arman. Can you hear me?
Yes, of course. I can hear you clearly.
Okay. Well, good evening, everyone. First of all, I would like to express my sincere gratitude to my friends, Dr. Indra Muis, SSMM, on behalf of MSTV English Speaking Club admin and PIC. Once again, I would like to say thank you for your time and taking a part in our kinds of activity. We learn much from you, Mr. Indra, and hope that thank you very much for your time and for your sharing in this good moment for our weekly Zoom meeting. Well, everyone, thanks for your time, especially to Mr. Ronnie. This is the first anniversary of MSTV, and we do hope for a future we can create a good program later on. And also for Uni Irna, Arman, Mr. Bobo.
Right. Seems like that Uda Helmi has got trouble with the internet connection again. And so we are now come to the end of this event. It's wrapped. Let's call it a day. On behalf of the host and all the MSTV English Speaking Club stakeholders, I would like to thank you all for participating this evening for this event. And at the end, let's make kafaratul dua.
Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika asyhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilaik.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam. Syukron jazakallah khair Pak Indra.
Syukron
very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you
Luar
very
biasa
much.
itunya. Pelajarannya luar biasa.
Mohon izin untuk live ya.
Ya, oke, thank you Pak Indra.